Our biggest question for day 3 of our Victorian ride was which way to go. We had 3 nights at Omeo and I couldn't wait to get onto the Omeo Highway again, so we decided to go anti-clockwise. I rate the Omeo Highway as probably the best road in Australia. Our first section was that 108-kilometre ride to the Laurel Hotel at Mitta. Everyone talks about the road from Mitta to Omeo, and this is it. We've done full videos of the Omeo Highway before, so I'm not going to actually put too much footage in this particular video. It's just a bit of a summary. But the interesting thing is, we did the Omeo Highway in this direction, and there was a lot of leaf litter, debris, around some of the corners. And I just want to mention that the next day we do it again the other way, and there's not a leaf to be found. So I'm wondering, does someone know, do they get a truck with a blower and go and blow all the leaves off the road? Because there's not enough traffic on it to remove the leaves perfectly. We took a rest stop at the Mitta River just behind the Laurel Hotel at Mitta, and then moved on to Tallangatta for morning tea, and then to the Lake Road for the beautiful section around the lake and onto the Hume Dam. It's a beautiful part of the road. It's the first time we've actually ridden Lake Road out of the dozens of times we've ridden the area, and we had never ridden the Lake Road before. Maybe because it's got 10 or 12 k's of easy dirt, but it's one of the most scenic rides you can possibly do. The road starts out with a pretty good surface, and just everything about the road is quite good. We knew we were heading for dirt, but that's what we're actually doing the road for. This time we were actually looking for a bit of dirt to break up the adventure. But the rolling hills, just really beautiful ride, and then onto the dirt. As you can see, I don't like to say any bike could do this dirt, but if you felt inclined, by all means, have a ride around here on the way to the Hume Dam, and it's just so relaxing and peaceful, and what a great scenery to ride on. It is important to note that the water levels are very high at this stage. In a year or two's time, who knows, they could be back down where they were in previous years, where you could certainly see the old town of the original Tallangatta. Crossing the Bathanga Bridge over Lake Hume, which meets up with the Murray River. And from there we move into a stop at the Hume Dam. After Hume Dam, we take the Gundowring Road and then out past Cancuna onto the Happy Valley Road, which is just another fabulous road, very, very similar to the Granya ride. You go over the mountain on wonderful twisties, beautiful surface, absolutely stunning road. It starts off as Running Creek Road and becomes Happy Valley Road. So we actually do this as an out and back.
Oh, I beg and please, singing, come out of things unsaid. Shoot an apple off my head, and a trouble that can be named. A tiger's waiting to be tamed.
The road differs mostly from Granya with its bigger sweepers. It does go up over the mountain and then back down again, but it's one heck of a great ride. You'd think this area was actually named by motorcyclists, but in fact in the 1850s it was named Happy Valley because of the gold mining that was happening in the area.
Come out upon my seas, curse missed opportunities.
We were heading back to Mount Beauty for lunch, so we were shortly on the Kiowa Valley Highway, where we stopped off at the lookout just before Mount Beauty. In Mount Beauty, this time we had lunch at the bakery before heading back onto Tallangatta Gap Road, and this is certainly a brilliant road, and we've got other videos covering it in more detail. It wasn't long until we were on our final stint through Harriettville, over Hotham and back to Omeo. So now this is the Great Alpine Road, which is always pretty well maintained. So you will sometimes get on this road and there will be roadworks, and I think there's been roadworks on nearly every time we've ridden it. So winding up the mountain, and the views get better as you get nearer to the top. You've just got to be careful that you don't look at them too much and concentrate more on the road. Scenically, this part of the Great Alpine Road is right up there with the best roads you can possibly ride. And the well-known tunnel, a lot of people will stop here and take a photo. We've done it before. Some people pose when they go through it. And moving to the Hotham village. Back on the road for the last piece to Omeo, where the speed limits were 180 kilometres an hour. A bit of roadworks as mentioned before, and then Omeo. I love Omeo. It's actually becoming a big push bike, mountain bike area, so they're accommodating that really well. The Golden Age was booked out by a very social motorcycle group, so we stayed at the Fresh Air Cafe accommodation.